Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Lamar Jackson, Week 7. Have yourself a day locked in, fired up. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, inexpensive way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. I really tried to create the environment of what it's like in an NFL quarterback meeting room. So all sorts of nuanced, detailed depth that goes into not just the quarterback position, but high-level offense and defensive football. Hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Lamar Jackson, Week 7. Have yourself a day right out the gate here. We're going to go power read, a little fly motion. We're going to read the D-gap defender up top. This is an easy read. This showcased Lamar Jackson's ability to run the rock. Now, there's a handful of guys in the league that have designed run game. We're going to read the guy in the left hash, 0. It's an easy read. Lamar gets upfield. Again, a unique skill set to run gap runs, quarterback design run between the tackle. So, again, Baltimore using their heavy personnels here. The D-gap defender right here, that's who we're reading. If he gets up the field and can tackle, quote-unquote, the bash here with the fly jet sweep, we're going to pull it. So give it 2 shuffles, and then we're going to get vertical. We'll talk about the blocking scheme from behind, but this is a gap down run. Just read that defender up top. It's an easy pull read for Lamar Jackson. Whoop, take it, get vertical. Everybody blocked. Big chunk to get us going. And again, you just don't see a lot of guys in the league have the capacity to run gap runs between the tackles. So really easy power read. In fact, they've got more blockers than they do defenders. So what we're going to do here on the front side is go gap down. So everyone's got the gap to their right. If there's nobody there, you're going to get up to the second level or get a horizontal double team. The conflict defender that we're reading is right here. So if he can tackle the quote-unquote bash here, the quarterback's going to pull it himself. So give it 2 shuffles, read that conflict defender. When we pull it, we're going to go gap down. He's going to go all the way back, gap down and up. And then we are going to pull the backside guard for the play side inside linebacker. So he's going to go all the way to the D gap and be right here. We'll have everybody blocked. Just an outstanding job, again, of design. Lamar Jackson's skill set. Again, you're living on the edge a little bit when you run your quarterback like this, but he certainly got the ability to do it. All right, the next one here, second and long. This is one of the few missed opportunities for me with Lamar Jackson. Tough first series here. We're going to have an opportunity up top with likely to the corner, and we're just holding on to the ball. Now, again, we're not in the quarterback room, so we don't know exactly what this read is, but you can see 31 at the top left. When he opens his hips inside like that, we have everything we want going to the outside. So likely break into the corner here with a little bit of anticipation can get this ball out. So again, even though he has a great game statistically, we're still leaving opportunities down the field. So to me here, this little corner versus what I'm used to calling combo coverage or quarter, half. So rolled up, we'll call this a half field player, quarter. As soon as 31 here has his hips, he's looking this way. You have anything you want breaking out. Okay, so really pay attention to his hips, where he's aligned, and then knowing where we are running. So we got this thing to the corner. If for some reason we didn't like it, we've got someone coming right in there to replace it. So let this thing play out. I'll pause it at the top. You can see exactly where you could go on time. So that hitch right there, can he throw it right there when you got 31 turned inside? So him facing this way, us running this way, put that ball right up on the court on the NFL logo, and you're good to go. So just one missed opportunity. It's not the end of the world. It's at the end of the world for this series because now we take a sack when our right tackle takes an L. So now it's 3rd and forever, and we're going to have to punt this thing eventually. But this is one of those things when you turn on the film, you can see just a little room for growth. The other thing I would say here is, this doesn't time up for me footwork-wise. I would probably prefer a full 3-step drop. This to me is more of a Brady shuffle. We're not getting a true 3-step hitch drop. So get up, take it. Again, at right tackle, we obviously can't lose inside like this. So we overset with width. We take an L inside, sack, not good. All right, the next one here, this is a beautiful design, little shift, little motion. We're going to throw it to the inline tight end up top on a little out corner. Now, this really showcases the skill set that I think is a separator for Lamar Jackson. Obviously, he's one of the best athletes in the league, but this ability to throw with touch is something that really only he and a handful of guys have. And I think what makes it even more unique, not only his ability to consistently do it, just barely up and over right there. Beautiful touch, right on the numbers, nice little chunk there, is most guys who throw it like Lamar, and when I say throw it like Lamar, I mean whippy. So we're going to shift, then we're going to motion, then we're going to play fake, come out and throw this little corner out thing right over the flat defender. So as this flat defender gets width underneath it, we're going to throw this touch ball right over the top of it. Now, the thing that I always thought is crazy with Lamar is he's got a very whippy release, quick snap release. Most guys who throw dart like this, so he kind of never gets that, what I'm used to calling like old school horizontal L, vertical L. So he never really gets his arm to that 90-degree angle you see a lot of like prototypical guys do. He is more what I would say is like an acute, whippy, darty. Most guys who throw like that have quick releases but don't have touch. He has the ability to be this crazy quick whip release, but also throw with crazy touch. That is a beautifully touch layered ball right into that intermediate zone. One of those throws where, the Manning guys almost thought, you're living on the edge here with some of these things. Put it right over the edge and tip of the defender right there. I mean, that is beautiful. Love it. All right, next one here. Another Lamar athletic dynamic play. Just ridiculous change of direction. This is a naked keeper to the right. We've got an edge player free on the edge. He just makes a miss. Okay, and this is the part, the X factor with Lamar that you just can't replicate anybody else. We're supposed to be rolling out to our right here. There's someone right in our lap. We just make a miss. Okay, and this isn't like your local rec YMCA. This is the NFL. NFL edges, really cool design here. To me, this is, we're going to fake it to him. We're going to get out on the edge. Now, I don't necessarily love gun nakeds just because I do feel like the defenders have an easier chance seeing this thing. But I like the design here of getting double flats. So traditional flat, sneak hide flat, almost always universally paired with an over and a corner like this. So you get that 3 layers attacking the defense. Okay, all that doesn't matter when you've got someone right in your lap. And Lamar, again, I don't know if he'd be down in 2-hand touch. Fake it. Ridiculous strength, change of direction, dynamic burst, explosive. There simply is not anyone else in the league that can move like this. And so they can have the perfect defense dialed up. We're not blocking 90. He is unblocked. Okay? We're hoping that the action of the zone action by the offensive lineman, the faking to the back, is going to sell the run. So we need him chasing this thing down the field. You have to have a plan. Worst case scenario here is he hard charges the mesh. Well, this worst case scenario, all he does is make a miss, make somebody else miss, get vertical, and go get a first down. There just aren't humans that move like Lamar Jackson does right here. Quick fake, make a miss, make somebody else miss, accelerate, get a first down. Love it. Next one here, first and goal from the 9, first of 5 touchdown passes. This is all stick, and this is a gift. Thank you very much, Bucs. It sure looks like we've got a defensive breakdown. Always going to be a struggle to ask an edge to cover Andrews in the red zone. This to me is a very simple concept. In fact, it's one of my least favorite concepts where we're going to go mirrored routes, quick out, stick, quick out, stick. You don't see a whole lot of post safety in the red zone. So we're going to get to middle field post safety. We're then going to bring the inside linebacker. We're going to ask the edge to that side to probably drop and replace him in the curl hook. He just doesn't. So it creates this huge void. It sure seemed like Tampa was struggling with their communication. Way too many voids in different zone defenses in this one, and that is a gift in the NFL. You're not going to get an easier touchdown pass than that. Little stick, uncovered from within the 10-yard line. Catch it, put it on him, celebrate together, go get some Gatorade. Next one here, massive play to the slot. Now, there are a few things going on here. This is one of those things where Lamar Jackson has proven that he can simply beat free runners with his athleticism. There are not other guys in the league that consistently do this. So the first thing here is just his ability to beat a free runner and then go extend, create everything except getting into the end zone. So right here, if you're Bateman, make sure you don't come back to the huddle. You got to find a way to get in the end zone there. You're missing the top gear. We got a free runner on the right C gap. Most people, okay, and I'm guilty of this as well, would say, hey, this is schematically deficient. Okay, we've got a free runner like this. We have to have some sort of hot throw, preferably to this side. Well, this guy, and really only this guy, has proven that he can beat this with just his legs. And originally when he got in the league, I didn't think it was necessarily going to last. Now I'm a believer. You get a free runner, you scheme him up, you're still not going to get him down all the time. So he just makes a miss, and then he's got the capacity to extend and make plays like that. And it just stretches the defense because it's got to frustrate the hell out of a play caller because you have the extra guy, you have the free runner, but it doesn't matter because it's Lamar Jackson. So you scheme him up. Technically, the offense doesn't have an answer. You could say, hey, I think a lot of quarterbacks would say the hot throw is right here. So we got to catch this thing and just throw it hot. But again, he's proven that he can just beat these free runners. Those guys up front are not as athletic and dynamic as Lamar is. So instead of throwing the hot, we extend. Now we stretch the defense. Now we've got a massive play. So instead of a 1 yard smoke or hitch, we've got this huge chunk extended play out of structure. And again, it's not a one-off. This is something he's proven the fact over the course of his career. He's been able to make these guys miss and make the defense pay. And you just see more and more and more of it. All right, next one here. Now, I know this one doesn't count, but I put it on here just because Lamar is so damn graceful, so athletic here when he just hurdles over the safety. Makes it look easy, pause in midair. Now, this is a bit of a stretch of a call for me on the right guard when they call holding here. I actually think it looks like it should be a penalty on 3. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to go low like that on offensive linemen anymore. But this, again, this is a unique skill set. Now, there are more guys in the league that will run quarterback run down here in the red zone, but this is just quarterback pin and pull. So we're going to block the edge, and then it's old school, almost like buck. You know, if you're a run guru here, we're going to pull both the guards, I think. And we get out on the edge. Now, again, they call a hold on the right guard, which I would classify as ticky-tacky. But if you watch 3, the safety, I'm pretty sure those guys actually pulled the guard in the center, so excuse me. But the guy goes low on the center right here. That's the guy Lamar just jumps over. So it doesn't count, but you have to appreciate Lamar Jackson's athleticism here. I mean, this is just ridiculous. First, watch the hold from the right guard. He just pulls him right there at the end. I mean, that is rough, right? And you can see the white hat throw it right at him. But my goodness. I mean, you tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, but aren't DBs or they're not allowed to go low on offensive linemen anymore? But I love the little pause as he just kind of matrix there in the air. It's awesome. Next one here, next touchdown pass, just going to simple halfback screen. Great job by the offensive lineman. They get 4 guys out. So you got these big escorts into the end zone. Again, I always love screens in the red area. It's a great way for play callers to reward your quarterback with a touchdown pass. Look at those big guys. I mean, that just looks like you got some buffaloes out in front of you. Excellent job finding the end zone as well. This is just a simple halfback screen. It's second and forever. Catch Tampa Bay in a bit of a pressure. They're bringing the nickel off the edge down here to the bottom. Perfect slip by the back. And now we've got all these big guys out in front, escort us into the end zone. A beautiful job. Again, you have 5 touchdown passes. You're probably going to get some sort of touchdown pass like this where it's just a great call, schemed up, give it to the back, let him do his thing. Big guys get out there, celebrate, escort him into the end zone. Next one here, 1st and 10, balls on the 28. We're going to get a little double post over. We're going to hit Andrews, the number 1 up top on the crosser. Wide open. Again, there were, we'll gently call them mistakes in the back end by Tampa, voiding zones, way too much space for an NFL game. Again, play action, great pass protection, nobody around him, nobody within the screen of Andrews, which is hard to believe. And it's just an easy, big chunk again. So it's a combination of the play fake, the formation. Again, look at the pass pro. No one around us. No one within, 5+ yards of Andrews in the middle of the field. And that was really the theme of the night. So the Bucs couldn't get lined up. The Ravens continued to make them pay. A really nice job by Lamar not missing a layup, put it on him. Again, you got to appreciate the aggressiveness, pushing the ball down the field, double post, the pass protection, full slide here, everything except the back, trying to lift him up, suplex him. And again, anytime you're catching the ball like this and there's no one around you, barely anyone on the edge of the screen, you know you're scheming them up. Big chunk, 1st and goal. Next one here, another one of the few misses on the day. This is 1st and 18 from the 18. We're going to get a little post wheel, fake that swing screen up top, not there, missed the wheel just barely. And you're almost surprised that he missed it. He's so locked in. This is an excellent job. Again, pretty impressive that you've got a tight end who can stretch it and run this wheel down here in the tight red zone. I will say for me, you know, one of the things that I think I've said over the course of the years with Lamar is occasionally the footwork lets him down a little bit. So for me here, this is a concept you'll see all over football at every level where we're going to fake this swing. We're trying to make this look like we're blocking out here. So we're going to run the post by the number 1. We're going to run the wheel, what I'm used to calling a bluff wheel, by the number 2. And really we're calling it trying to get this little hole shot here. So the part that for me with Lamar's footwork here is he makes this a little difficult on himself because we almost turn and fake this thing, full fake over here, have to get our feet back lined up. He still makes a nice throw. It's just a little bit out in front. So watch the timing of this thing as we kind of bluff the swing and then come back. And again, you just don't see, you know, this kind of footwork where you turn like that all the way, where your feet are essentially like you're throwing to the 50-yard line right there. This alignment of your feet is going to be very difficult to then come back and throw this guy down this seam. So you'll see most guys come out and kind of give like a faux shrug to the swing to then be able to reset and have their feet better lined up. But it's just one of those like small, minute details that Lamar's making this harder on himself than he has to be. And then he still almost makes the throw. But you got to appreciate the design, the window. Again, everybody's running this version of post wheel bluff. So close for a touchdown. All right, into the second half here. We're going to do a little quarterback school logo here, 4 verticals, a little play fake. It's not there. We extend out to the left. He's moving to his left. He's got his boy Andrews coming back to him on the sideline. Again, extending the play, unique athleticism, great job, buddy ball on the corner for a nice little chunk. There's nothing there. Now, maybe you could make the argument if he had time, he could get the ball to the check down here. But Lamar's ability to extend, to create, to never even have this thing close to being a sack, and to get a nice little chunk on the sideline. And you got to appreciate the little toe tap as well. Nice and easy little buddy ball with his other buddy on the other sideline. Isn't that guy best friends with Baker? Love to see him have a day. So scheme-wise, when I say quarterback school logo, I'm saying 4 verticals. So we got seams, go. Again, where the ball probably should go here is here if we have enough time to the check down. It's not there. He doesn't hold on to it. He doesn't ever really come close to getting sacked. He's got a great awareness. You can actually see him peek behind himself as he extends, buys some time on the sideline, and throws a strike. So again, it's accuracy, it's composure, it's understanding, it's a time clock. Watch him as he extends to the left here. You can see him peek behind himself to kind of showcase the awareness. Is somebody behind me right there? So just this little peek, making sure the umpire is not a defender. And then you get out on the sideline. Don't run out of bounds. Buy some time. Nice hookup. All right, the next one here, probably the throw of the night. This is a hell of a throw down here at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to call this a little 7 pump, corner pump. Just a beautiful job. Well over 50 yards in the air. Dot of a throw. Just elite, world-class arm talent, stretching the field vertically, on time, in the drop back game. Great pass pro as well. And we are driving that thing right down the field, right in the bucket, right down the line. So for me, when I say double move here off a 7 or a corner, we're going to inside release this thing. We're going to get up, we're going to lean on him to the corner, and then we're going to go vertically. And again, it's important to understand the ball location. He drops it right down the stem. So there's no leaning, fading, there's no falling inside. It drops right down the wide receiver stem. And again, this is thrown well down the field. This is not an intermediate fade throw. This is 5, hitch, let it rip. And again, as he lets it go right there, you can see the wide receiver just coming out of the route at the bottom of the screen, gap him, put it right on him. Just crazy impressive throw. This is, dynamic. Handful of guys in the league are going to have the ability to hang back there and just let this thing rip off 5, hitch, and drop it right down his line, well over 50 yards. So this next one is 3rd and 3. We already have had 3 touchdown passes. It's 3rd and 3, and we really have 2 guys open here. We're going to have both tight ends, Andrews and Likely here. Tampa gets a little bit fortunate that the linebacker is able to kind of pressure the ball, come from depth, 54, over the middle of the field. He's going to get his hand up. I can't even tell you who Lamar's throwing to. I'm guessing he's throwing to Likely. They're both going to be touchdowns there. You've got Andrews on the right, Likely right on the end. 54 makes a nice play on the ball. Fortunate right there. I think in a traditional game here, 3rd and 3, you're probably going to kick the field goal. But up 17 here, they're going to go for a touchdown here on the next one. But you can see how many times in this game. And again, I'm not showing the whole game. I'm just showing the highlights. But this is uncovered. This is a touchdown. Okay, there's way too much space on the back end from Tampa. This is too easy. Lamar can't throw it fast enough, and just a little unfortunate that 54 makes a nice play and gets his paw on the ball. But that's one of those things where it could have easily been an even easier, better day here with another guy uncovered. My goodness. Very next play here, 4th and 3. We're going to hit Andrews on the corner up top. Again, borderline uncovered to me. Now maybe you could just say he does 3 dirty here at the top of this route. But it's a great job from Lamar. I really love Lamar's footwork here. Again, he's so quick, dynamic. You can see how quickly he gets lined up to the left. So just that, you can see the hips flip. He might not be lined up as much as I would like at the top of his drop right there, but watch how quickly he snaps back. And then that's with me with slow motion. So how quickly he snaps back and gets the ball out. Puts it right up on him. Again, it looks like he's borderline uncovered. It's a hell of a job from Andrews, a guy who probably most people would say has potentially lost a step or not quite healthy yet to come off this thing. Create dynamic, quick separation right here from 3, and it just separates right off of him. We were able to take advantage of that space. And again, anytime you get a wide open shot from inside the 5, you've got some guys out there just crushing man coverage or having huge coverage breakdowns. Just too easy of a night all the way around. Lamar Jackson make him pay consistently. But again, this kind of footwork, there's no one else in the league we could watch drop back and have that kind of twitch to be able to get lined up and put it right where they want. Again, that awesome touch. All right, the next one here is really the only disaster in this game. This is a disaster of a throw. We're going backwards, fumble, okay, turnover, unfortunate, bad ball all the way around. But this part at the end, I mean, this is embarrassing, right? We're getting dragged, 20 yards into the end zone? Is this real? You got to just take one of those hip drop penalties. This is an absolute disaster from behind here. We can see him getting a ride. This is like you're at your local petting zoo. Get the little free ride with the goat or something, the donkey. You got to find a way to get him down right here. Hip drop, tackle, collectively, Flowers got to get involved. We got to get him to the ground. There's just no way that can happen in a closer game. That's a type of play that can potentially lose you a game. So the first thing here is this type of throw needs to be forward. This throw is so backwards that it almost looks like it's a double pass. So I would say scheme-wise here for me, the first thing I would say is if we're going to do this type of throw, to me, this guy has to be carving this thing down. And as a quarterback, you've kind of got the final say because you can throw it forward and just miss him. But we can't be throwing it backwards unless we're trying to do, a potential double pass. But these guys look like they're blocking. So the double pass doesn't look like it's an option here. This is just living on the edge, throwing a lateral like this. And again, the Bucs make them pay. So bad ball to start. It's already a disaster. Now it turns into a dumpster fire where we're kind of like floating in the floating dumpster down the road. Next one here, this is just a toss play to Henry. The reason I put it on here is because I love Lamar Jackson getting out, leading the way. Again, I always love quarterbacks that are football players first. Again, stick his nose in there. Be the lead blocker going down the sideline. Just an outstanding job. Again, not the fact that Lamar needs to be any more kind of endeared by his teammates, but this is something you will turn on in a team meeting and you will say, watch our quarterback. He's lead blocking. He's getting downfield. He's escorting our massive back down the field. Just an awesome football play on many different levels. Next one here, 3rd and 6. This is just a quick out down here to the bottom for an easy first down. Love the anticipation. I love the timing of this. Again, I feel like I have this conversation with myself all the time, but I love quick game, gun, one-step footwork. One step, ball out. Right on him. We'll be able to see the anticipation here. It's 3rd and 6. We got free access to the bottom. Quick out. He goes to throw it right there. You can see the receiver at the bottom of the 20, not out of the break yet. We're throwing the ball. It's a handoff of a throw. On the body, on the break, first down. Again, it's crucial situational football. 3rd and medium. Decisive, quick game, ball out, on him, first down, let's roll. Last one here, last touchdown pass, 3rd and 7 from the 13. We're going to throw it to Henry out the backfield on a flat. Now this again is just a breakdown from the Bucs. They're playing middle field closed man coverage. There's a lot of different ways to do this. What you absolutely cannot do is leave someone uncovered. So basically what is happening, we'll look from the wide, is they're trying to funnel the 3 eligibles to that side. They have a breakdown. Lamar sees it, gets the ball out, again, for an easy touchdown pass. When you have 5 touchdown passes and multiple ones are easy like this, it's a tough day defensively. So scheme-wise, what's going on? They're playing man coverage. Okay, so if we were to draw lines like who's got who in the zoo, well, who has the back? It sure looks like this linebacker looks like he's trying to funnel the 2 and the 3 eligible up top. So if we're going to say, hey, the corner's got the wide receiver, he's got him Meg, okay? Man, everywhere he goes. Okay, then we're going to try to funnel the 2 and the 3. So this is the part that we don't know. Is it this guy and this guy? Is it this guy and this guy? Who is responsible for the 2 and the 3 eligible to that side? Somebody has to cover the flat. And so you can see they're confused. They continue to be confused. They had space all over the place in the back end, and Baltimore continues to make them pay. Wide open, make somebody miss. 5th touchdown pass of the day. Have yourself a day. Again, look at 52. We're getting spider cammed with him right there, but he's trying to communicate with 3. Who you got? What are we doing? Funnel? You take him, I got him. What? Lamar, nice easy flick, 3rd and 7, first down, and a touchdown. Let's go. All right, so that is a wrap. Lamar Jackson, week 7, 5 touchdown performance. Pretty awesome all the way around. Now, no doubt about it, Tampa had some issues on the back end, communication, wide open space, missed man coverage. Baltimore Ravens made him pay, though. Lamar Jackson is playing at an elite MVP level, running the ball. The scheme looks connected to the skill set. They've got perimeter guys who are making explosive plays. The pass protection's holding up. The run game is elite. They've got the quarterback design run game as well. All of those things together, Baltimore is a dynamic force on offense. So much fun to watch. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.